I think what we do as storytellers, as filmmakers, is to make the invisible quite literally visible. So
my father told me, he's like, if you can use your last name to deal with the problem of nuclear weapons, you should. Very rare kind of career or life advice.
Hi, I'm Dara Resnik. I'm a writer and producer of TV and film for 25 years.
Hi, I'm Charles Oppenheimer, founder of the Oppenheimer Project.
I think that nuclear weapons have somehow taken a bit of a backseat. It's the thing that we don't want to address.
That in many ways it's more dangerous than it's ever been.
It makes sense to think that if we have more, or we have ones that are more powerful, we will be safer than the other guy. But I think that's a fallacy, and one of the greatest parts of my job, being a writer, is being able to disprove those fallacies. I think a movie like War Games, when you think about it, did a great job doing that and entertaining at the same time. If a teenager can accidentally trigger nuclear war, then obviously that belief is simply not true.
And then I believe there's a thread of hope.
So I think there's a lot that we can be doing to create a world that both explains the world as it is right now with nuclear weapons and starts to envision, if not a utopia, some sort of protopia that is taking the steps towards disarmament. And what that would look like, again, on a human level.
I'll say that Niels Bohr had one of the most beautiful visions around this, and he was this mystical, spiritual leader from many of the physicists, ahead above all of them, and my grandfather really looked up to him. And he imagined this world that we had to, in recognizing our mutual vulnerability, that we are in a new world.
So I really think it goes back to the human factor, the emotional factor. I mean, I look at my old boss, Aaron Sorkin. One of the things that I really loved about the way that he told stories was that he would drill down on human beings talking about the nuances of these things, how these things are affecting each human being involved, not just in the decision making, but the people on the ground.
That it's kind of easier to lean into the doom and gloom around nuclear threats, and if you do that, it kind of prevents any desire to work on it, any idea that it can be improved.
One of the reasons I love what we do in Hollywood is that we can show people having agency. It is not hopeless. There are choices that we can all make, and frankly, it did not occur to me that there was so much story in this arena, and the longer you and I speak, the more I realize there are more and more stories to be told.